four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neal Rhul. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy right here, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Rhul, that guy. Noted 49ers honk. Oh, yeah, he won some NBA titles and stuff, too. He did that, on the side. But his main profession being a 49ers fan. He is Lindsey Hunter here in the house. We got Big Mike Gentry. We got JB Smooth on the ones and twos as well. But Lindsey, we're not going to dick around today with the pleasantries and all that kind of stuff, because there's stuff to get to today. The Detroit Lions, dominant. Your 49ers, dominant. There's tons of stuff we saw. There's tons of stuff to get to. Hey, how was your weekend?
Man, spectacular. I must say it was spectacular. And I'm going to say this. There are three dominant teams in the NFL right now, and the Lions happen to be one of them.
You know what? Let's just start right there, because that is accurate. Lindsey, that is as mind-blowing as that shit is to hear. It's accurate. It's accurate.
No doubt.
That's going to be like my overriding thing here, because I like to think that I helped circle the wagons here, Lindsey, through your help.
Okay.
Through your help. Remember, we were doing the shows at Dispo, and you're like, Neal, quit dicking around and go in.
Right.
And you noticed about 2 weeks ago, going into the Green Bay game, you noticed the shift.
Yeah.
We're here now. And guess what? I'm comfortable with it, because this is a good goddamn football team. Period. End of story.
Hey, man, I've been screaming from the ceilings for how long? I told you guys. And maybe it's because I just know what it feels like to have a good football team, and you guys didn't. Maybe it was that. I'm going to say it was that. But just
now.
Looking at what you guys had, looking at the draft, looking at the pieces that came back, looking how they finished up the season last year, and looking at how physical they are, man, that's a good football team. And to me, they're in the top three teams in the NFL to me. They're my top three. I got the Niners, I got the Eagles, and I got the Lions. Those are my top three teams in the NFL.
And I can't fault your logic, because who else you going to put the Chiefs in there? Beat them at their place.
Right.
Beat them.
Right.
You start working backwards on it. But that's going to be kind of the overriding theme here today. Are we fully comfortable now? Because we see the crowd seem more comfortable with it yesterday. We're going to get into all of it. Yes, we'll get into the Jameson Williams stuff. That was my only issue with the crowd yesterday. But, we'll get there. We will get there. Jared Goff was perfect yesterday. Not good. Not really good. Perfect. 20 of 28, right around 250. 3 touchdowns, ran a touchdown in. The only incompletions were drops. Jameson Williams dropped one. Laporta dropped one. Reynolds dropped one. That was really about it. There was nothing more he could do yesterday. It was never a game.
No, it should have been that way. And I expected no less from the Lions. When they play inferior teams, when you have a defense that's playing on the level that the Lions are playing on, they're dominating the front four. Their secondary is flying around, causing havoc. You dominate teams that you're supposed to dominate, regardless of how your offense performs. The defensive unit dictates what goes on. They set the tone for the game, and they did that. They've been doing that. Inferior teams come in, they hit them in the mouth first. And when they get them on their heels, Goff comes in and takes care of the rest. And that's what they've been doing.
Nicholas Duncan, Kings of the North. Yes. See, I'm glad that you guys are coming to the party now. This division's over. It is over, and it is further over.
Welcome to the party, people. Thank you for finally showing up. Your invitations have been waiting for so long.
If Green Bay loses tonight, we should start printing the T-shirts and getting the hats. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Right.
For real.
Right.
Because the Vikings were the Vikings yesterday. It's over. Guys, it is over. And I got pushback on social media for it, and I stood right in the face of it. And guess what? I got broad shoulders. I can do that. Everyone jump into this WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Get in there like Nicholas Duncan did. Get your thoughts out there, what you're saying, and we're doing it. We are doing it here today. Here's how historic yesterday was. Here's how groundbreaking yesterday was. I was at the grocery store with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. That's how historic yesterday was. That has never happened to a Lions fan. In Lions history, that has never happened. Lindsey, I was at the grocery store. I already had strawberries in the basket, in the cart, by 9.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter because it was a wrap. It was a wrap. It was over. It had been over. They took him right to the mat, and they choked him out.
Took him behind the woodshed. They took him behind the woodshed, and rightfully so, man. I'm excited for the Lions. I really like how they're playing. And regardless to injuries and anything, they're stepping up. They have guys, and we talked about this at the beginning of the season. It's going to come down to how much depth do they have, and we're seeing their depth actually step up and play well. And that's what you got to have.
And yes, and we got the news right before we went on air. Emmanuel Mosey, torn ACL, out for the season, which really sucks.
Yeah.
Really sucks. Because I'll tell you this, I could see, because I wondered about it, right? Like, they signed him, he was injured, and I was like, okay, like, you know, I've heard he's good. I think he's good. You knew him a little bit more than me, obviously, with him playing for the Niners and stuff like that.
Yep.
Even in those two plays, I was like, he looks the part. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked up. God damn, that sucks, man. But, you know, Brad Holmes will circle the wagons. And like I said, for everyone that wanted to roll out and give Teddy Bridgewater $8 million, because there were people at this network that wanted to do it, and they didn't, guess what they can do now? They can
go get you another guy, man.
Brad Holmes can open up the laptop, loosen up a little bit, take a drink of the coffee, and go see what he wants to do, because it's all out there, because they have the cap space, they have the draft capital, they have everything.
I absolutely love what Brad Holmes has done, and I know he's taken some criticism because of some of the draft picks that he's had, but and he'll probably continue to take that criticism, because I'm going to tell you this. Jalen Carter's a damn monster.
The only thing that stopped it from being a perfect Sunday.
Holy moly. The guy's an incredible Hulk, man.
Yes, he is. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Chico G, 47-18 on the get rights now. 47-17. But yes, second hour, we will get there. Sean Payton, cover your ears. I know Tuesday's the rest in peace Tuesday, but I'm doing a preemptive. I am putting somebody, burying them alive. I need an emergency rest in peace Tuesday on Monday in the second hour. Emergency, Gentry. You good with that?
Yep, we can do it. We can make that happen.
You can do it to yourself, I don't care. You can do it to Russ, I don't care. But when we get on board and I bring the people in, now it's personal. Second hour. We're burying somebody alive, though, Lindsey. And yes, we are. We're going to get into all that, what you liked. I do want to do a little thing, too. I want to do a nitpick segment. Just absurd nitpick.
Okay.
Like, I have one that I'll get to. I want like an absurd nitpick. Like, just ridiculous. Something Brandon Katz would say, more or less. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that.
Don't go that far.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want to hear out there. Bryce, will Brad actually go out and trade for a corner? We can't start Jacobs and expect to compete. I mean, I know that we're 5 games in, but Jacobs, and I'm not saying it's a reclamation, it's a proclamation. I'm not saying that he's been all of a sudden touched by God. But Bryce, what's a man got to do for you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks, obviously.
And that's the good thing about having such a dominant D line. You can afford, not that you want to ever lose any of your pieces, but when you do, you got guys that can make up for it. You know that, hey, our corners don't have to cover that long because guess what? If that quarterback doesn't get rid of that ball in 3 seconds, he's going to have somebody in his face. That makes a big difference. So, on a normal team, I would be really, really concerned, but I'm not as concerned as I would normally be because of, the way the D-line has been playing.
Yes, absolutely. Biggie Dan Davis, with the cap space they have, is there any particular trade you would like to see Holmes make? What's reasonable? What makes sense for us as far as a trade goes? The cost of acquisition. That's it. That's all, man. The cost of acquisition, which is altered by the contract that the person has. The bigger the contract, the lower the cost of acquisition. It's pretty simple. They don't have to do anything right this second. Remember that. They don't have to do anything right this second.
No.
Like, I know that's the world we live in, and I knew that's the way this show was going to go. Like, what are we going to do for Mosley? Who are we going to get for Mosley? Because, again, we work in a fantasy sports type of environment. Jerry Jacobs got 2 picks this year, man. You want to know what my suspicion is? They're not going to do anything, and they're going to continue to ride with Jerry Jacobs. And you know what? That's a good take.
Right.
Tell me I'm wrong. Anybody?
No.
Like, anybody think that's the dumbest thing they've ever heard in their life? Cat Spot, you out there? Hello? That's what they're going to do. And guess what? Jerry Jacobs, A, has earned that. B, is playing well enough to do that.
Right.
And C, that's the way it sits right now.
Right.
So I don't know, I don't know where everybody expects to go with it. That's the play right now. So, Corey Berry, we can't start a guy with 3 picks in the last 2 weeks. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's pretty simple. I'm salty. Mosley always injured. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, man. It absolutely sucks because he did. I know it was 2 snaps, but he looks the part. I'm big, Lindsey. We've had this discussion before about college basketball, NBA players. Some dudes just have the look. He had the look, so it sucks.
Oh, no doubt. And he was good with the Niners too. He was pretty good. But man, I'm just watching the entire Sunday. There's a lot of guys that get hurt, man. This game is so physical, dude. Like, it's impossible. You're lucky if you go through a season and you stay, relatively healthy.
Right.
There's a lot of guys that were going down yesterday, unfortunately for any team. But, man, you just watch some of just watching that Niner and that Cowboy game. Dude, it was so physical. I mean, they were hitting and Trent Williams said it before the game. He said, this is going to be an ice tub game. Because after this game, everybody's going to have to go.
Well, and that's why they're great.
Yeah.
I've talked about this before. The reason that the 49ers are the best team in football, you talk about physicality, their wide receivers play physical.
Yes.
Like, they dish out punishment, bro.
Right.
You got to work to bring down Deebo Samuel. You got to work to bring him down.
Yeah, he's a load. Dude.
He's looking to punish you.
He's a load.
It's a physical game. This game is more physical than it's ever been.
It is, man.
That's the attrition.
Yeah. That's tough.
That's why there's such a body count, man. Hey, everybody, experience Dispo Romeo, a team that curates an exclusive atmosphere mixed with fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. The first ever cannabis mall of its kind is conveniently located off Van Dyke in 32 Mile in the beautiful town of Rome. Romeo's beautiful this time of year, by the way. Dispo Romeo, now open late night until midnight every day except Sunday. We can't go hard in the paint every single day, guys, all right? It's open till midnight every day but Sunday. Can it get any better than that? Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug. And while we're at it, let me tell you about Fairway Packing Company. That's right. They provided Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef, Wagyu beef, and dry-aged beef. Experience the Fairway difference for yourself today. Visit the Steak Shop in Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks. Look, let's cut the ish, guys. They're the best steaks out there. Period. End of story. I know. I bought them, took them home, put them on the grill. Best steak I ever had that I made myself in my life. Order online, fairwaypacking.com.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new Field House. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Join Woodward Sports and the Finnish Long Drink live this Sunday for the official Lions VIP tailgate party. Eastern Market, Shed number 5. It's going to rock out as always, starting at 9:30 a.m. until game time. The official Lions tailgate is back and better than ever. How'd you like to pregame it with Woodward Sports and be treated like a VIP? Food and beverages, entertainment, all included. Get your tickets online today, bullseyeeventgroup.com, or win some from Woodward Sports today. Just subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube page. Follow us on Instagram and direct message Lions VIP as well, and we'll be giving some tickets away. Absolutely. The best tailgate scene in all of Detroit, courtesy of Bullseye Event Group. All right, we are off and running. Lions victory Monday. Neal, Rhul, Lindsey, Hunter, BMG, Big Mike Gentry. We also have JB Smoove here in the house also. And, people talking about their trade targets and everything that they want. I'd walk Max Crosby over Chase Young. Not interested in Crosby. $26 million. Like, guys, all right, here's the deal. I will read your trade desires and free agent desires, but you got to meet me halfway. Don't be coming to me with guys that are owed $70 million cap hits over the next 3 years. That's not how this... See, here's the thing. It's got to be a fit. Did anybody catch that video of Dan Campbell post-game?
I saw a little bit of it.
We got the dudes we need in this room. That was very, very telling.
Yeah.
We got the dudes we need in this room. It might not fit my desirous. And Lindsey, real quick, I'm glad I brought that up because it's relevant, and I'm going to step into this right now because there was another topic I wanted to get to. When Campbell said that, because I laughed earlier and we joked, I said it was like a damn perfect Sunday. They cooked them. I got to the grocery store. I was home by the end of the game from the grocery store. That was like found time. Everything was perfect. Then I did kind of flip on the Eagles game and watch Jalen Carter be a menace. And I was like, God damn. But you know what it did, though? You know what it did? That Dan Campbell clip that I saw, I had an epiphany once again. I've had a lot of epiphanies on Mondays. The epiphany did not cost me 50 at Tiffany, though, BMG. So that one's for you. I always got bars for you. But, Lindsey, I want your take on this because it clicked finally for me where I was much like Leo DiCaprio in the movie Titanic. I just let him go. I let Jalen Carter go, and he's sinking to the bottom of the ocean. I let him go. It's when Dan Campbell said we got the dudes we need in this room.
That's when you let him go?
That's when I let it go.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I'm letting this dead weight go. It can sink to the bottom of the ocean, and I'm going to live and get on the lifeboat.
And that's good. I mean, you have to, because the thing about it, regardless to who we see after the fact, hindsight is always 20/20. We could always look back and say, dang, what if? He got the guys that fit what they wanted. They went and got the guys that fit the system, the kind of guys they wanted, and it's working. So regardless to who plays, however good Jalen Carter becomes, doesn't matter. They got the guys that are contributing right now, making a difference, and winning games. So, hey, you look at those things, and it's okay to admire him. Hey, the dude is a stud. The dude is a superhero. He looks like one of those Indomitian Sue type of guys. That's what he looks like. But the fact of the matter is, The Lions knew who they wanted. They had their guys, and when it was time to make the moves to get their guys, they did it. And guess what? Nobody's going to look back and say, "Oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda." No, we're winning. Now, had the season been going another way, then people would be questioning what happened. But the fact of the matter is, you have one of the best football teams in the NFL. So that stuff is water under the bridge.
Absolutely, and I'm cool with it.
Right.
And I made my peace with it.
Right.
And that's a big step for me. I've had a lot of big steps here, certainly over the course of this last month. I'm here, though, and the Lions are here, and they're on your doorstep, NFL. They are. And I thought there was a little bit of lip service to that, but no more. No more. The last two games, they made teams look regular. Like inferior,
right? Like
rebuild teams, like they're in rebuilds, which Carolina is. But they went out and they destroyed them. They took them apart. It was never a thought. That is the most misleading scoreline in NFL history, by the way. 42-24 with that tutty with 2 minutes to go or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
You got to keep your foot on. You got to keep your foot on their necks. You know what I'm saying? You see what we did to those cowgirls last night? When we got those cowgirls down, we tied the ponytails to the fence, and we didn't let them breathe.
Well, to be fair, we didn't have the good fortune of having our defense going against Rain Dakota Prescott.
Who were you guys going against?
Oh, we were going against Bryce Young. It's a tougher matchup than Rain.
No, it's not.
It's a tougher matchup. Check the tape.
You think so?
Rain Prescott's a bum.
No,
a bum.
He's not a bum. Look, I'm not gonna go that far and say he's a bum. I just think expectations really get to him, and when
Lindsey, you heard him. You were.
Let me finish.
Well, right.
Let me finish, Neal.
Lindsey, I want to save it for the second hour. I do because
Okay.
I want to get into this around the NFL.
Okay.
And yes, the get right is 47-17 now. We'll discuss. We absolutely will discuss when we go around the NFL. Paul Thomas and Neal, when you do say the trade proposals, you have to say bring him home, regardless of if he's from Detroit or even if he ever set foot in Detroit. So I'm not reading them unless you come to me with reality. And then Chuck on cue. Neal, can we trade James Houston for Sauce straight up? Bring him home. Sauce is actually from Detroit, though.
Bring him home.
Who says no? James Houston for Sauce, straight up. Who says no? Lindsey, bring him home.
Man, Sauce will never leave. Sauce might be a Jet for life.
Yeah. Danny G, bring Surtain. Oh, the Surtain. That's right. That's right. Who farted? Nothing lasts forever in the cold Dakota rain. Axl Rose, I think. I don't. I do. But yeah, so I do want to touch on this, by the way. They sliced, they diced, they cubed, they chopped, they took apart Carolina, and Ben Johnson was the orchestrator, and Jared Goff was the first chair saxophonist. And they played the music, and the music was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Jared Goff was perfect yesterday. Perfect. And how I've noticed that media in this town have done what they always do. They kind of flip and flop with the direction of the breeze. They go from east to west.
Of course.
And I've heard it around town on networks. And they're not saying it with their chest, but they're just putting it out there now, so when it does happen, they can say, "See, I told you so," because we're a huge "See, I told you so." It's never, "Hey, I was wrong about this." It was, "Hey, see, I told you so."
Of course.
And they're starting with the, they got to get Goff's agent in a room and get this figured out right now. They're whispering it. They're not saying it with their chest.
That's how it always works. That's how. Let him have a so-so game. What would they be saying? Well, I don't know. He doesn't deserve. Would you rather have Danny Dimes? Would you rather have Danny Dimes? Do you see what position the New York Giants are in right now? Danny Dimes is Danny Nichols or pennies. And they gave that guy, what, $50 million a year?
40.
You better go lock Goff in for $50 a year. You better hurry up.
Because yesterday's prices
is not today's
prices. They are not. They certainly are not. And I know it was going to open up to this. I'm salty. Y'all praise golf for beating a team that has 0 wins. No, I praise golf for beating the Chiefs. I praise golf for being one of the in the top 5 in the NFL and QBR the last 2 years. I'm salty. How much data you need, Salty? How much data do you need? How much? How long has he got to be in the top 5 for the QBR for you? You want to wait? You want to wait another year when he does it again, and then it's 3 years running, and he has the leverage of being a free agent? How long you want to wait, Salty? You tell me how long you want to wait. Tell me. Everyone's got all the answers, right, with this? Tell me. Because that's what you're going to do, right? You're going to build this roster up to when you're knocking on the doorstep, and then after the end of next year, you're going to say, oh, okay, well, we're going to roll with Hendon Hooker, who's never played a snap in his life. Like, say it out loud.
Say it with
guys,
your
I
chest.
can't continue to do this for you. You know what I'm saying? I can't bring you your books back up to school every day. At some point, you got to remember to bring your textbooks yourself. Or pay the consequences. For real, like, what more? What more do you need?
Well, I'm totally convinced that people will not fully embrace Jared Goff until he wins a playoff game, and then everybody will say, "We knew he was the guy." Because I think that they're going to win a playoff game. I'm 100% all in on the Lions. They're going to have a home playoff game, and they're going to win. They're going to win it. I'm all in on that. So when that does happen, everybody will be like, yeah, we knew he was the guy. Go ahead and pay him. That's how it happens. You know that. That's what people do.
No, because it's already laid out, everybody. Like, this whole thing is laid out already.
Should be.
They're going to win the division. They're probably going to be, like, I've already put that in stone. I talked about that before this weekend's game. That division's over. Look at the lay of the land. The division's won. They're going to be hosting a playoff game. It'll probably be Dallas or it'll be Seattle. That's what it's going to be. And then away we go.
Oh, I hope it's Dallas. I want to see them just.
Oh, that would be so
I
great.
want to see them just rip their face masks off and just beat the dog shit out of them. I would enjoy that so much. Matter of fact, I will be at that game. If the Cowboys come here for the first playoff game and the Lions have a chance to kick their face masks in and split their helmets, I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, look at that look on Rain's face right there. Cats, Goff has had one game where he threw for 300 yards. Okay, Cats. He's in the top 5 in QBR again this year, Cats.
Cat shit just said that Love was in the top 5 in QBR. Come on, cat shit. Cut it out. What are you talking about? Jordan Love is not one of those guys, man.
Actually, he's 17th if you're into facts. Got it right here in front of me. It's right here in front of me, dude.
Come on, cat shit. Where are you getting your information
He's
from?
17th, dude. Stop. If you're going to come correct.
That's terrible.
Jesus, man. So that, you know what? There'll be a moratorium on Cat's comments here for at least an hour. Sorry. That's the way that is. Justin Station, Goff is an MVP contender. And he's closer to being one than not being one.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, think about it. What quarterbacks would you put in the MVP conversation right now? Tua, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's after?
Mahomes by default is going to be there.
Yeah, they're always going to put Mahomes in
because he has to be, because he is a one-man band up there.
Yeah, he is.
He's got the sax, he's got the clarinet, he's got the cymbals, all of it. You know, like he is. He's an absolute one-man band up there. Hey, your home security doesn't have to be a one-man band. It can be an army. It can be a guardian, if you will. It can be Guardian Alarm. The professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions that are specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. As I said, it's not a one-man band, everybody. Call anytime, day or night. Know a Guardian team member will be on the phone as long as it's needed. Technology backed by people. Your safety, your security deserve technology that's been proven to work, driven by people who have been proven to care. 1-800-STAY-OUT. You know the number. 1-800-STAY-OUT. It's Guardian Alarm. They're a Detroit institution. Hey, leading the way. Les Stanford Chevrolet. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. That way. Yeah, that way. Probably about 5 miles from here. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today as well. Find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Neal Rhul here for 5 Iron Golf, down to Detroit's newest sports bar. 13 TrackMan simulator, certified instructors, and most importantly, a full bar and restaurant. 5 Iron Golf Leagues are now going on. That's right. You can compete nationwide for a chance to win a trip to the Dominican Republic. Bring a foursome, sign up as an individual, however you want to do it. Again, go to 5irongolf.com. Use promo code Woodward10. Get 30% off your league fees at 5 Iron Golf. Again, Woodward10 for 30% off your league fees. That's 5irongolf.com and sign up today. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Rhul, Lindsey Hunter, Big Mike Gentry, of course, JB Smoove as well. And we're chopping it up, everybody. And see, I knew it was going to get to this, but here we are. I'm salty. This year counts for everything, but I'm not paying him until he shows he can win in the playoffs.
See,
all right, I'm salty. Okay, well then I'm salty. Guess what then? Guess what? Because when you roll in and you win a playoff game and you've been in the top 5 in QBR for the last 2 years,
cha-ching,
and you're a free agent and you got the leverage,
cha-ching,
then guess what happens? I'm salty. I'll tell you what happens. Let me see. Justin Herbert, 5 at 262.
Remember
55 a year.
What's the quarterback? I can't even think of his name. Played with the Ravens, and they wanted to sign him early, but they didn't offer him enough, so he said, I'm going to wait.
Lamar Jackson, 5 at 260.
Yeah. Before Lamar.
Joe Flacco?
Joe effing Flacco.
Yeah.
He was overpaid to the max because they won a Super Bowl and ended up losing his starting job a year and a half later.
For reference, Russell Wilson sits right now on a 5 for 242.
Oh, you can. Hey.
Kyler Murray's 5 at 230.
Dude.
So you're sure with that? That's your play. I'm salty. That's what you want to do,
dude. He's gonna get at least what Russell Wilson's getting, at least, because that's an easy sell.
That's to get into the club,
right? Like, dude, I can't make what this guy's making.
That's not even a bottle. That's not even a bottle of Patron.
Right.
That's just to get in the door.
Yeah.
Jack Harrington, Russell Wilson, and Danny Dimes are both overpaid. Doesn't matter. Hurt you, if anything. It hurts you. See, this is the reality, guys, that we're talking about, right? You can wait, I'm salty. But, as we've said before, yesterday's prices are not today's prices.
Dude, it's DJ's like, hell no, Lindsey. With the Lions, y'all tripping. Dude, that's the market. It doesn't matter. The Lions, the Bill, it doesn't matter. He's gonna get a humongous raise. That's the market for quarterbacks. And he's a good quarterback. Good quarterbacks are making 50 plus a year. I'm sorry. That's the market. It goes up every year. And it's not going down. You see what these guys are getting.
See, I'm salty says if he wins a playoff game, it'll actually be deserved. Deserved's got nothing to do with it, man.
Right.
It's marketplace. I read you. Kyler Murray is 5 at 230. Kyler Murray.
What did he do? Did he win a playoff game?
That's you gotta do it now.
Yeah, what did
every
Kyler Murray
day
do?
it gets more expensive, man. But whatever. They'll figure that out. In my heart, like here's what I'm thinking, Lindsey, because of the way. And look, we love to do this, and I know every show always dissolves into this. But here's what I'm thinking. Brad Holmes is thinking right now. If you look at the way that they've operated, and they have a ton of cap space next year. And the way they went into free agency, they have a lot of space right now, as a matter of fact, for teams this year. I think he's anticipating that, and he's stacking his deck for that, to where he can take on the heavy lifting of a contract next year. And you sprinkle something on this roster, but you do the heavy lifting next year, because after that is when it's Panay and St. Brown and Hutch, and you ain't going to be able to keep everybody.
Nope.
Like, that's just the nature of the beast. You can ask the
can't
Chiefs.
do it.
I love people, people on this network, people around town. The salary cap's not real. Ask Patrick Mahomes if it's real.
Right.
Ask their front office if it's real. Because one of the best tackles in the game, they had to let go.
Yep.
It's as real as it gets.
Yep.
It's the great equalizer. So, that's what it is. William Rhodes, not even just the market. Look at Goff. He's done getting disrespected. You'll have to pay him. And I'm not in Jared Goff's head. So I don't know, I can tell you how I would be. I don't know about, does he vibe with Holmes, obviously, because they had a relationship before, and does it cut ice with him because Holmes went and got him? You know what I'm saying? Like he said, I can make it with this dude. Does that cut ice with Jared Goff? Does he like winning like this? Does he want to take a little less juice?
Well, the fact of the matter, it may cut ice with Jared Goff, but I guarantee you, it doesn't cut ice with his agent. His agent don't give a damn how friendly they are.
He'll lay down in the driveway and won't let Goff pull back out of the driveway to go sign that
agent
deal.
Don't give a damn. I don't care how buddy you are with anybody. This is business.
Sebastian, Goff's the most efficient Lions quarterback in our entire history, including Stafford, and has actually beaten teams over 500 in his career with the Lions, unlike Stafford. Like, Sebastian, you can ignore it, and I'm not saying you in general. You people can ignore it. But shit like that just keeps piling up. It does. And they've got a division title won. BMG, do me a favor. They might not have it up. You see what the Lions are to win that division now.
All right.
Especially before this Green Bay game, where that's a even money game. That's a 50-50 game.
Kalamazoo said, I would rather keep the core of the team and use Hooker at quarterback than keep Jared Goff and lose key players.
Come back from La La Land here, guys. Yeah, we're going to throw this rookie in there and roll out.
Yeah, I mean, people just get it. Dude, people think that Brock Purdy's an anomaly. Like that,
he's a unicorn.
Yes, that shit doesn't happen.
No.
If it happened all the time, everybody would be doing that.
For every person that mentions Brock Purdy, I'm going to mention Brad Kaya from here going on, and I cancel that out with one. With one, I'll cancel it out. What do we got, BMG?
The Lions are still minus 240 to win the NFC North.
It's 240, huh?
Minus 240, yep.
And when the Packers lose tonight, that'll be -3. -3 hundo when the Packers lose tonight.
Ray Day 313 said, Lindsey can't wait to get a chance to reference the 49ers. You damn right, Ray Day. You're damn right.
Hey, don't look at me, pal. I got to
look
live
at
with
my
them.
helmet right here, buddy. What do you think? What do you think, huh? See that?
Yes. Yes.
What you thinking, man? You tripping?
Yeah. Purdy is playing well, but you can't deny the situation he has is very, very ideal.
It was ideal for Trey Lance too, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Yes,
what
it was.
did he do?
Be a bum. Dude was a bum.
If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, people.
Brock Purdy leads the league in QBR.
Come on, man. This dude's a monster. I don't give a damn where he's from or where he grew up or how he got drafted.
There is a lot of Goff vibe to what he's doing there.
Exactly.
But every throw's in the basket. Every throw's on the chest.
Dude, he does not turn the ball over. Like that's somebody was arguing about, Rain Dakota's better than Brock Purdy. And I was like, dude, I said, he's played longer and he has a longer track record and he has done some things. I said, but he turns the ball over at a rate that Brock Purdy doesn't do.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, that matters. You know?
Cody Ingle and Brock will get a huge contract here shortly. Well, it'll be a little bit. That man is making under $1 million this year. Like $980,000.
Yep. I don't even think he's making. I think he's making like 8 something.
And then the next 2 years, he's over $1 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's why we got all those stars though. We got stars everywhere. We got probably 4 positions in the top 5 in salary in the NFL.
It's wild to me, dude. It's absolutely wild to me.
The luck of the draw.
Right. We got a nitpick next segment just because it's fun. I just want to hear it and I want to laugh. You know what I'm saying? What are you not pleased about with this Lions team? I just want to hear it. I just want to hear people say it. Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy, the best cheeseburger in the game. You guys already know about the original Big Boy hamburger. What about the pretzel bacon cheeseburger? More of a chicken sandwich kind of person, the Dolly chicken sandwich, or the Bob's hot chicken sandwich as well. Look at that thing sitting there on the screen. Upgrade those regular fries. Don't be going out with like Rain Prescott fries. Upgrade those fries. Get real fries like chili cheese fries or a loaded baked potato fries. Save room for dessert. Indulge in the Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake or satisfy your sweet tooth with Big Boy's funnel cake fries.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
How'd you like to win a $100K Vegas getaway? Boy, would I. Take your friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's a Cintron Energy Drink It and Live It sweepstakes. Purchase a case, a 24-pack today and enter to win. Register at drinkcintron.com/Vegas or buy Cintron at your local Meijer store. Cintron, the healthier energy drink with great taste. Look good, feel great, and be the best version of yourself with Cintron. Go to drinkcintron.com/Vegas. Bet on the Lions to win the Super Bowl while you're there. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Rhul, Lindsey, Hunter, Big Mike Gentry, JB Smooth as well. And we're chopping it up. Lions dominant yesterday. They destroyed, they took apart, they dismantled the Carolina Panthers to the point where I was at the grocery store with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, everybody. Think about that. When's that ever happen? You guys do anything with your found time? With your Lions free time in the fourth quarter? You got the fourth quarter off, BMG. You just kept firing bets and winning money, didn't you?
No, actually, I was tossing around the pigskin with the kiddo out back,
while the game was going on. See,
sir.
There you go.
Started dinner early,
Yeah,
got it in. Not used to that.
It was weird, wasn't it?
You don't have to watch down the stretch. You don't have to, that heartbreak. It's not coming.
No.
It was nice. Stress-free Sunday. Holy.
Over from the beginning. It was absolutely over from the beginning. I believe this was Chuck that said it. Sam Flannel went absolutely nuts about Jamison Williams' stat line today. Why?
Why?
About what?
Because he's flannel. That's why. Anybody that wears flannel year round, you ignore what their takes. You just ignore them. You know what I mean?
All right, we were gonna do. we were gonna do like what bothers you about like nitpick it, but all right, I'll bite.
No,
like with Sam Flannel, I'll bite.
Okay.
Because I saw a lot of that, and I'm seeing a lot of it in here right now.
Yeah, do you.
So, like, he's mad because, 3 targets, 2 catches.
He's a bit of a powder.
He is.
So, I just take it with a grain of salt. He's pouting right now. And then he gets that high-pitched voice. Hey, what do you expect him to do? He comes around. I mean, he gets that pouty, whiny, fast-talking voice, and we just live with him and we laugh at him. What the fuck?
Dude. You know what? Because like I saw that stuff going around social media because he dropped the pass. Like Laporta, Laporta dropped the pass yesterday. Like Reynolds dropped the pass yesterday. And then I flip over. I'm watching the Vikings game on the red zone, and I see Justin Jefferson drop a pass. And on even the walk-on water 49ers. Watch them drop a pass.
Everybody.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
How many passes the Ravens dropped yesterday?
They were awful. Mark Andrews dropping touchdown passes.
Dude, they were dropping touchdowns.
So here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal, all right? Let's not act like David Montgomery just floated into the end zone on that touchdown run at the beginning of the game. He's doing everything that you guys say you love, right? No block, no rock. Like everyone loved that, right? He put dudes in the ground. It was Pancake City. I couldn't tell if it was Sewell or J-Mo putting guys through the ground yesterday. He put them in the ground. David Montgomery did not just float into the end zone, everybody. No block, no rock. You guys love that, right? Well, he's putting people on their ass yesterday. You love it, right? You love it. That's what you said you want to. I want to see him assimilate to the culture. I want to see him come in there, and I want to see him do the little things. Well, guess what, guys? Did it all. Drop a pass? Yeah. I'll meet you guys halfway. I'll meet you halfway on this, okay? I will say yes, you have to catch that pass because you do, because it's 6, because he's in the end zone.
Right.
I'll give you that. Yeah, he needs to catch that. He'll be the first one to tell you that. He's got to bring that in. But guess what else, guys? Can you admit that maybe, just maybe, he's a part of this culture? When Dan Campbell says, I got the guys I want in this room, maybe he's talking about Jamison Williams too, because he put people on their ass yesterday in the running game. You love that. I was told you love that. So for people like Sam Flannel and the ilk of those people that are standing around there right now, just praying on this guy's downfall for some reason, I'll never understand it. But guess what? He's in there. He was elite blocking yesterday. The shit you say you guys love, he was elite. So stop. Stop with it. And guess what? Dan Campbell said it. Next week, he's going to get a few more touches. And then the week after, he's going to get a few more touches. And guess what's going to happen, everybody? Sam Flannel and those people will be the ones down there saying, well, J-Mo's playing okay right now. He's really playing okay right now. Guys, I'm telling you, everything is fine. You saw it. There's video of it. Christ almighty, dude. Why? Why is bust here in the chat thread?
Because that's
stupid.
That's what they do. That's what I call Sam and the Flannels. That's what they do. They look at right now instantaneously. The guy has been sitting out all season, and he's thrusted back into a situation. And they want to be just like he never left. It doesn't happen like that, dude. In no sport it happens like that. I don't give a crap what you play. If you've missed significant time and you're thrusted back into a situation, it's going to take you time to get back to normal. I don't give a damn what you do. It takes time, especially a professional athlete. You have to get back accustomed to being who you are. I guarantee you, it doesn't matter how much working out he did by himself, running, whatever. Being in a game situation is totally different. Totally different. So it takes him time. I don't know what people want. What do you want from him?
Lindsey, I don't know. And like,
My
if you want
Tyrese
to be real about it, dude had 3 targets yesterday. 3 targets.
Right.
If it should, with the way that people have talked about him and what he's got to do and stuff like that, it should alter your britches the way that he was out there blocking in the run game yesterday. He was physical.
And
you see what happened earlier when we were talking about the 49ers, and I said, damn, man, everybody on the 49ers is physical. Even the receivers are physical. That's what I need. That's what I didn't know about Jameson. Well, he is physical.
Well, all that means, Neal, is that he has bought into the system. He has bought into the culture. I'm going to do whatever is necessary, not just what I want to do, because I want to just catch passes. No, I'm going to do what's necessary for us to be good.
If you can't recognize that and you can't see it, then I can't help you, because those are the telltale signs.
Well, Sam,
when you get in there and you get physical in the run game, that is a want-to proposition. You either want to be a part of that or you don't. And guess what? In this league, there are dudes that don't. He does. And I'm in there. I'm here for it. He showed me more yesterday than, say he didn't do that in the run game. Say he caught that pass and scored. And everyone would be going crazy. Oh, he's back and everything like that. He showed me more on that run play. He showed me what I needed to see on that one run play, let alone the rest of them, where he blocked his ass off.
Right.
Because that's what's going to set this team free.
And here's cat shit in here talking about he's a bust.
Okay, man.
Cat shit, I don't want to hear nothing out of you when the dude explodes and becomes the player that we all know he's going to be. I don't want to hear you say, oh, well, he's finally. No, you stick to that. Stick to your guns. And I'm sure when you played football, if you ever played football, you probably were a nose guard in Pee Wee League, because that's where they put guys that can't really play. They put them at nose guards, and they only are 96 pounds.
Yeah, it's just, for me, you have to fight fire with fire. And guys, this is real. What's happening with this football team right now is real. So guess what? Guess the waters you're in right now. You saw that destruction last night on Sunday Night Football. You're messing with those dudes now. You know what I'm saying? You're messing with that team, and that team will bust your ass. They are the most physical football team maybe I've ever seen in my life on both sides of the football. So guess what you got to do? You got to stand in there and deliver shots of your own. And Jameson Williams last night showed me more than any receiving catch or any gadget play or anything like that. Jameson Williams showed me last night, Lindsey, he's here for the fight.
Yes.
Because this shit isn't going to be dusting the Carolina Panthers and double reverses and wide open touchdowns and stuff like this. When it gets down to it and you're in the playoffs and you're playing and you're trying to win playoff games and get to Super Bowls and shit like that, guess how that's determined? Who busts who in the mouth? He erased that guy on Montgomery's run. And I know the narrative is that Montgomery walked across water into the end zone, who, by the way, there were a lot of you out there that said, what are they doing signing David Montgomery, giving him that money? He showed me more last night than he ever could have catching any pass. He's down to roll, Lindsey. Like, he is down to roll. This is a skill guy. A skill guy that's willing to get in the mud, Lindsey. I love it.
Because he has bought totally in. He's bought in. And that's when you know. And that's one of the main reasons why the Lions is the top 3 team in the NFL, because they have guys like that. When you have guys like that doing things like, receivers are blocking downfield and making wholehearted efforts to become a part of a play that has nothing to do with them but blocking. That's when you have that's when you've solidified your culture. And you can see it clearly with the Lions.
A diva skill guy.
Right.
Put people on their ass, Lindsey.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm sorry to take it off course like that, but that's what I saw yesterday. Saw more out of that man than any pass catch. Dude had 3 targets. And Sam Flannel's going to sit here on the morning show and talk about, oh, he did less than Chase Claypool's ever done. That's ignorant.
Who?
Including like a screenplay that was blown up
Who
before he even
Claypool
caught the
played
ball.
with now?
Like, come on. That's ignorant,
Who
man.
is Claypool with right now?
He's with Miami now.
No. Does he play?
Did he play yesterday or no?
No, he didn't.
Believe so.
That's my
I don't
point.
believe so anyway. Because another team gave up on him.
Exactly.
That's ignorant, man. And people calling him a bust and stuff like, if you can't see what I saw yesterday, then then as somebody once told me on social media, you don't know ball. Somebody tried to tell, and I'm like, maybe I don't know it granularly, but I understand how contracts work. Doesn't take talent to understand that one, guy. But yeah, so that's what it is, man. So again, I like what I saw. I'm excited about what I saw, and I'm down to ride. I want to do a funny segment next one. Your Lions nitpicks. I got one. I got one. So I'll kick it off when we come back. And then I want I got one also. I want the texters. Explosive viewership today. We appreciate y'all tapping in to Woodward Sports here today.
Except you cat shit.
You guys have football on the brain. Fall ushers in college and professional football. And this year is already awesome, everyone. Fall is a perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Shop it like a pro and let Swiss Insurance do it for you. Let Mark at SwissINS.com do it for you. Here's a tip. Just fire off an email to Mark at SwissINS.com. Hey, Mark, good to meet you. Here's what we're paying. What can we do? Why would you not do that? Like, for real. Or just pay more. Just pay more than what you're paying. It's up to you. I can't do it for you. I can't craft the email to Mark at SwissINS.com. I can't do that for you. But, if you want to, maybe you want to give him a call, 248-800-4177. Again, 248-800-4177. It's Swiss Insurance.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Hey, sorry, everybody, having a drink of water. I'm a human being. Needed some water. WoodwardSports.com/shop, everyone. The best in Detroit sports wearables. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey, all of it. If you don't own the Stoke Not Scared t-shirt right now, then what are we doing here, everybody? WoodwardSports.com/shop, the best in Detroit sports wearables. Make your statement with the Stoke Not Scared t-shirt today. There's a Woodward Sports golf line, all your Detroit sports wearables. Hey, hoodie season. You been outside in the last 4 days? Hoodie season, necessity now. And we're deep in it. WoodwardSports.com/shop. Pulling up on hour number 2 of the show. Appreciate everybody tapping in on a Lions Victory Monday. This is Big D Energy. My name is Neal Rhul. That guy right there. Yeah, you know him. He's Lindsey Hunter. He won your town NBA championships and stuff. I heard you getting a shout out from Perk the other day on ESPN.
Did I?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said the 04 Pistons team was the greatest defensive team he's ever seen in his life. And he said you had guys like Lindsey Hunter picking up people 94 feet.
Okay,
in the NBA.
Perk finally got something right.
He called you out by name.
He finally got something right. Because
Yeah.
normally his takes are like Cat's takes.
Except for that one, though.
Yeah,
but when it's you, then it's right.
No doubt. No doubt. He got that one right.
Lindsey's
Best defensive team he's ever faced in his life. He didn't know that shit's real. Know what we did to them?
Oh, but Lindsey, how many 30-point games did you have that year?
None.
Oh, you're a bust.
Exactly.
You're a bust, Lindsey. No 30-point games. Did you shoot 40% from 3? Oh, you're a bust, Lindsey. Get him out of here.
Yeah, those are the experts.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get him off that
We
team.
don't need guys like that.
Can we trade him and get Loy Vaught? He's an ex-Michigan Wolverine. Bring him home. I'm sorry for that, Loy Vaught.
Yeah, Loy's my guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying, though, right?
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
The dude that's on the Clippers getting 20 a game. You see him all the time. You see him every year. So, my bad. But Lindsey's in for Darren McCarty. We have Big Mike Gentry and JB Smoove as well. I do want to get into this. Your Lions nip. We get to do this. And this is tongue-in-cheek, everybody. Like, we're joking, okay? We're joking. What's your nitpicks for the Lions? And I'll lead off because I asked the question and I got the microphone, so I'll go first. My nitpick is I could have gotten to the grocery store earlier if they would have got that touchdown to make it 35-10. You know how they kind of dicked around for 2 possessions to start the second half? Like, just BMG could have gotten in the backyard with his son earlier.
Fair.
Throw the football around earlier. It took you a couple of possessions. So, next time, can we just score coming out of the halftime break so I can go to the grocery store earlier and get it done even earlier? That's my thing. Now, granted, you guys did hold the ball for over 8 minutes to start the third quarter, which was incredible, which was really what salted the game away. But can we score quicker, Lindsey? That's my nitpick. What's yours?
My nitpick is when Gibbs is healthy, can we get him involved more? I need Gibbs.
David Montgomery's not doing enough for you, is he?
I love David Montgomery, but
Not
Gibbs
doing
is
enough.
our future.
Not doing enough.
No, I love him. But you gotta get Gibbs involved more. I just get him 15 to 20 touches. You know what I mean? Can he get that? Can he get it,
Here's a good one. David Witt in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump into there. Also subscribe to the Big D Energy podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Spreaker, wherever you get it. David Witt has a good one. I'm tired of the defense creating all these turnovers and getting off the field. You're right. The offense got to keep going out there all the time.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? I like it. What's your nitpick?
Hey, Piston Fan 11 has one. He said, my legit nitpick is we need to fire the guy who tells Campbell to challenge plays.
That's fair. That's fair. That is fair.
That's a good one.
That one is fair.
I always wonder, like, the coach that watches the plays to decide to challenge or not, because they're up in the box. What the hell do they look at sometimes?
There is a guy that watches the replay that has, like, the power.
Yes.
You know
what the
what
hell
I'm
do
saying?
they watch sometimes? Because sometimes you can clearly see, no, don't challenge that he didn't catch that ball. You know what I'm saying? And they challenge it anyway.
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks, but
happens all
get
the
him
time.
out of here. Hey, we never get to do this, everybody. Nicholas Duncan, he understands the assignment. Lions won. Stop being negative. He understands where we're going with this one.
Jeremy says in the chat, the kicker's leg is weak. It's going to be a problem at some point. I know you'd like that one, Neal.
Yeah. He hasn't missed a field goal. But I thought his longest field goal is like 36 yards or something like that this year.
I have no idea.
But you know what, though? Real talk about that, they're going for it every time. And guess what? That's something I've clamored for forever. Because you guys can be mad about it and everything like that. The longer you keep the football, the more often you win football games. That's
doubt.
it. That's all.
Yeah, I just he has that what do they used to call him, riverboat Ron mentality, and they used to go for it on fourth all the time. But you don't like it when you don't make it.
But you love it when you do.
That's the nature of the business.
Just like gambling.
Yep, that's the nature of the business.
Like BMG. Yesterday, did you like sports betting?
I love sports betting, Neal.
Last weekend, did you like sports betting?
Not so much, Neal. Not so much.
Which one do you prefer?
Days like yesterday.
There you go.
It's a good Sunday.
In order to have a day like yesterday, though, what do you have to do? Yeah, go for it.
You got to go for it.
I do. I like it.
You got to go for it all.
Steve Lehman, my nitpick, linebackers coverage. I mean, I could see that. Nomahi says, my nitpick, Hutchinson's a terrible wide receiver. Almost dropped a pass within his arm reach. SMH. How much we paying this guy again? Jordan says, my nitpick, the Lions are wasting the best punter in the league by scoring so much. How are you going to let Jack Fox cook if you're scoring all the time? You know what I'm saying?
He's going to be iced. He's not going to know what to do.
My nitpick, how come Laporta couldn't get a third touchdown? What the hell? Come on. Let him cook. You know what I'm saying? George Kittle got 3. Iowa tight ends had a day yesterday, except for one.
Which one was that?
The one that we unloaded and didn't pay and got compensated to get rid of.
Oh, man.
You know what? I need to start bringing that up every Monday. They got out of paying him and got compensated to get id of him.
And got a better guy.
On a cheaper deal.
Yes. Talk about a deal.
That should make him GM of the year, shouldn't it?
Close to it.
For real. Like, I always contend Joe Dumars was GM of the year. With all due respect, we all love Mateen Cleaves for his Michigan State stuff. But when he traded Mateen Cleaves and got, like, a real-life person and a draft pick.
He said a real-life person.
Well, and the real-life person was John Barry.
I know.
Like a good NBA player and a draft pick. He should have been GM of the year right then that year.
Oh, man.
He should have. Just like Brad Holmes should have been GM of the year.
Well, he should have been GM of the year when he made the deal for Sheed. That should have got him right there.
Yes. I'm salty. My nitpick is Lions fans who praise without actually winning anything that actually matters.
What?
I'm salty. Win games, people say nice things. Lose games, people say mean things. That's the way this works, Salty. That's the way that it works. DNC ENT, my nitpick is the gap between Jamal and Monty wasn't fair to the rest of the North. Wait, can we talk about David Montgomery, though, man?
4 TDs away from our bet, Neal. 4 games
and
in.
It was a play. Hey, for the person that said earlier about the get rights now 47-17, don't forget we're sitting on a 4-1 get right pick. Remember, BMG, you're on it.
Yeah.
You had the receipts.
And it's going to hit by like week 7.
At this rate, yes.
It's
David Montgomery, 10-plus touchdowns.
plus 430. Wow.
And I took it down to 400 just for easy math's sake. So if it loses, we lose 1, but if it wins, we win 4. You see what I'm saying, BMG?
Yep.
And don't worry, because next segment, we're going to...
Mike G has a great one.
What's up?
We had 0 cutaway to Taylor Swift. Hell yeah. I'm sick of that.
Eminem.
I'm sick of that Taylor
More Grammys.
I'm sick
He
of
got
that.
the cutaway yesterday.
Yeah, good. I'm sick of that Taylor Swift scenario.
Yes. I guess I know where this one is going. Q-Ball 93, and it's all caps. Give Gibbs the ball inside the 10. I wonder why he's of that opinion.
The same reason I am.
Spurned fantasy owners.
Yeah. He wants that touchdown.
I just want him to score because I like Gibbs.
They're going to get there. He's going to score. Don't worry. He's going to score. No, he says, I honestly think a small portion of this fan base would be happier if the Lions were 1-4 instead of 4-1. There are a couple in this chat as you speak.
Yeah, because there are people that still don't believe. They're still sitting there going, it's just a matter of time before it all crumbles. Trust me. This is what they do.
William says, my nitpick is Dan Campbell setting his coaches up for success, and then we have to watch them all leave for other jobs.
Well, that's the nature of the business. If your coaches never get jobs, that means you're not doing something right.
Yes. Brett says, I don't have a nitpick. Just close the games in the first half, then coast and keep guys healthy. But, Brett, to be fair, truly, how many games are closed out at halftime in the NFL? For real. For real.
Not very many.
When the Niners played the Cardinals last week, that was a game in the fourth quarter. Now, we all knew how it was going to end.
Yeah, I mean, it was a game, but it really wasn't. You know what I mean?
Right, but by math, it was.
Yeah, by math, it appeared to be a game, but we really had those bums buried.
Yeah. And just to give you a for instance, too, about yesterday, so I think the Lions closed at, like a 10.5-point favorite? Like the late money was, you mark me on that one, BMG? I think that was a number.
I want to say it was like 9.5. It might have moved last minute.
Yeah,
but
I saw him touch double figures. Either way, like just to give you an idea of that, when the Panthers scored at the end of the game, if they get an onside kick and get the ball back, your bet's in danger. For a team that was up 42-10 or whatever it was, like your bet's in danger. Like think about that, how fine the line is with it, and everything that goes along with it. So, it was fun. It was nice. John Fisher says Eminem's as thug as Taylor Swift is.
Stop.
Yeah. William, Uncle Neal, has Lindsey been asked about Flannel's Ben Wallace commentary? Yes, it's been a running thing on the show.
Yeah, we got to try to get Ben in so he can scare the shit out of Flannel.
It'd be golden.
KMG King has one that I want to get to when we come back, because I want to ask the question, because I feel like there was a lot of, I don't want to say nervousness or apprehension or anything like that, but I do think, as bad as Carolina is, something happened yesterday, and we'll get to it after I tell you about Planet Fitness, the very best gym in the gym game today. The Planet Fitness Studios, that is where we are at. I was just there about an hour and a half ago, as a matter of fact, getting the work in. The judgment-free zone. $1 down, $10 a month, access to your home club. You want to be a baller, a shot caller, $24.99 a month, a black card. Access to over 2,400 Planet Fitnesses in the world. There's no games, everybody. You just scan your app and you walk in Planet Fitness, no matter where you are in the world. No forms to fill out, none of that stuff, man. You just go into Planet Fitness. I've accomplished every fitness goal I've ever had in my life through Planet Fitness. I will never be a member of another gym anywhere, ever. Everything I need is at Planet Fitness. It's $24.99 a month. All the cardio equipment, tons of cardio equipment. We've talked about it, half marathon training, all of it. Taper week, Lindsey, we're home. Taper week. We're coasting into Sunday before we throw it all down, and I did it all at Planet Fitness. Go to Planet
rock
Fitness.
wall?
They do not have a rock wall, which is why it costs $24.99 a month and not $100 a month like some of you guys are paying. Be real with me now. You know you're doing it. Go to planetfitness.com and change that. Join there. Pull in the parking lot of a Planet Fitness. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit alone. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. Try our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Turn up the heat with Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. Upgrade those regular fries with our chili cheese fries or loaded baked potato fries. Hit your sweet tooth with funnel cake fries or Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake. Load up on all your favorites today at Big Boy.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Neal Rhul here, and let's talk about Outdoor Equipment Company, the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan-grown, family-owned, bad boy mowers, tractor, still handhelds, even weed whackers. Yes, it says weed whippers in the script, but up here it's a weed whacker, everybody. Liberty trailers, Generac generators, SnowX plows, and salters. Outdoor Equipment Company has it all. Buy it, rent it. 0% financing, delivery to your doorstep. Go to OutdoorEquipmentCo.com. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Rhul and Lindsey Hunter, NBA champion in for D-Mac, Big Mike Gentry, JB Smooth. Raiders 1.5-point favorite tonight. That will be the final domino to fall. If Green Bay loses, you can print the t-shirts. I said you can already, my company's already printing the t-shirts, but you can officially print the t-shirts when the Packers lose tonight. I tell you guys in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel and jump in. Get your thoughts in there. We read a lot of them. Hell, you guys program the show from time to time. KMG King says, Carolina sucks. They do. Let's cut the shit. They do. They suck. And Bryce Young ain't it. I'm not saying it's over.
No, that's too early.
But it ain't looking good. Is that fair?
Yeah, but you got to give him some.
Is it fair?
No, it's not fair.
Lindsey, he looked like a little child back there yesterday.
No, that's not fair. The guys, how many games has Bryce Young played?
I was told J-Mo's a bust, so if J-Mo's a bust...
Well, so you're going to be like those people.
Yeah. I'm a product of my environment. No, but seriously, Lindsey. Yes, are they good? No, they're not good.
No.
They are an 0-5 football team that is in the middle of rebuilding. By the way, real quick, about Carolina, and I might get roasted for this, I don't care. I always hear about Brian Burns and how great he is. And every time I ever watch him, I just walk away going, Like, I know the numbers are the numbers. I'm just telling you, he's one of those guys, and I'm sure we all got guys like that.
Right.
Like, Lindsey, you probably played against guys like that you hear about them all the time. But when you see them, it's like, is that it?
Right. No, I totally agree.
Who was the biggest guy in the NBA you played against that you were just like, I don't get it?
Oh, man, let me
I know
see.
I'm putting you on the spot. I'm not asking to be a dick.
No, I'm trying to think. No.
There's got to be somebody you played against where you were like, and everybody talks about him, and you played him, and you're just like, this guy's mid. You were the pioneer of the term mid back in 1999.
I'm trying to think who was like
Think about
that.
it for a second. We'll come back to it.
Think about it.
But did the Lions turn a corner with the fans yesterday? Because BMG's throwing the football around with his son in the backyard in the fourth quarter. I'm at the grocery store, getting strawberries and Kind bars and cereal and milk. JB Smoove was probably here, right? Working and stuff. JB Smoove was here working. So nothing was different for him. But it just seemed like it felt different around town. It just seemed like it felt different on social media. We expected the Lions to destroy them. They destroyed them. It seems like even I know KMG, they suck. I get it. But guess what? We've sucked forever too. Okay? Let's just be real about it. Did they turn a corner to a lot of people? In your opinion, Lindsey, do you think they did in this town? You're here, you live here.
Yeah, I told you what was it? Last weekend I was out at a bar, man, and picking up some food, and I was amazed at how much Honolulu blue I saw in the bar. I was like, what is going on? Like, everybody was in tune, man. I think they have turned the corner with a lot of people. I think a lot of people feel like this is a different team. There's a different feel around, Michigan in general. I think a lot of people are still apprehensive about coming out and just being all in, which I don't understand why. But I think everybody, for the most part, has kind of bought in and feels like, man, this is a team that shows promise for us.
Did you get that feeling, though, that yesterday was kind of – because to me, I did. Like, yesterday was kind of a turning point. For real.
Well, I mean, you're late to the party. I've been there.
I would say the Green Bay game was more of the turning point, and then like yesterday when
was the validator.
Yeah, and then yesterday you beat up on a team that you're supposed to beat up on was kind of just like the cherry on top, like this is for real. But the turning point was definitely going into Lambeau and just dominating Green Bay.
They suck though. My
but
thing was,
it's just going into Lambeau and
it doesn't matter. It's not the same Lambeau.
You know what though, Lindsey? I think tonight is going to tell you. I think if the Packers lose tonight, they suck.
No, they suck anyway.
I know. Come on, let me drive a narrative. Everyone else gets to spin a narrative in this world. Everybody gets to spin a narrative. I do it once, and I'm a dick.
Dude,
like that we're past Green Bay, you say that, but leading up to that Green Bay game, there was a lot of people even on this network questioning how they were going to play in that game and how they're going to handle Jordan Love and stuff like that. So it might not look like that, but that win meant more at the time than it did now.
And you know the problem with things like that, you guys were still fighting the ghost of the past Lambos. That shit's over, bro.
Well, but I think they were fighting past too, right? Like a rookie quarterback's coming in, a game you're a double-digit favorite in. You're supposed to truck these guys. They never did that before, and this was never a game. That's my point. But
you would have thought it was enough to go to Arrowhead and to smack those guys upside the head, you would have thought that was enough. That wasn't enough for everybody to realize that you have a serious contending team. Like, that was enough. And everybody's still...
In retrospect, too, they lost the Seattle game in a game where it was tied at the end of regulation and they never got a shot. They never got a shot to possess the ball. Like, those are the rules. I get it.
Yes.
But that also that is the way it happened.
No doubt.
That is the way that it happened.
No doubt.
I think we overstated that Seattle loss a little bit. Well, I think we did.
Well, and we talked about this. We talked about having certain matchups with certain teams that are not good for you. No matter how good you are, sometimes you just come up with a team that, for some reason, you don't match up well with them. And I think Seattle is one of those teams. But yet and still, you go in and you beat the Chiefs. I don't give a damn who didn't play, who played. You beat the Chiefs on their home field. Super Bowl champs. Like, we see what Patrick Mahomes is doing right now. They're winning. Regardless of who's playing, he gets a dub. You went in and beat those guys. Like, to me, that should have been like an alarm going off saying, guys, we're here. Ding, 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 we're here. Not, I think we're here. So, don't give me that. Put some bass in your voice. We're here. I believed that when I saw them go in there and do that. I always felt that way in the beginning. But when I saw them go in there and be more physical and take Mahomes out of the game, I was like, oh, this team is for real.
Big Simmy's in the WoodwardSports.com chat, or remember, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump in there. Says, Neal, I left Ford Field with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Wyatt Bear says, I'm usually doing errands because we're losing.
Oh, shit.
It's true. Somebody asked if Darius Miles was that guy that you always heard about and you played against, and you're just like, that's it?
No, because I never thought he was like that. I thought he was a great role player.
Yeah.
Because he was athletic. He was, he had all the attributes. Yeah, I never thought he was one of those guys, though.
Give the people one, Lindsey. Come on.
I'm going to give you one. Since you mentioned that whole fiasco out there was overrated to me.
Which one?
The knuckleheads.
Oh, the antennas? Yeah.
When I saw, I was like, when we went out there to play, I was like, what the hell is this? These guys aren't that good. What are we looking at?
Put them down by 30 and keep it pushing.
Some excitement to them. They got some dunks, and Q was out there doing all this, and it was...
That was a creation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sebastian Chose. Don't tell this to Sam Flannel. I keep hearing about how great Micah Parsons is, Neal, but I didn't see him again last night.
Because we put his ass on ice!
I saw Sewell dominating him, though. Sewell put him in a phone booth.
You know who we got over there? They tried to move him from Big 71. They tried to move from Big Trent.
No one talked about Lindsey, thank you.
They tried to move him from Big Trent because Big Trent was
JB
putting
Smooth.
his ass in a phone booth.
You're on E&E and Maz today, right? You're not?
No.
Oh, you're not? Okay, damn.
Why, what's up?
Because, Maz is a big Parsons guy, right?
Oh, yeah. He wanted Micah
Trent
Parsons
Williams
over
was putting
Panay.
his ass in a phone booth.
I wanted on the record, they pulled him off of Trent Williams.
Definitely.
They moved him around.
Definitely.
I want it out there. I want it in the streets. When they move Panay Sewell around, you know why they do that? Because they have to.
Right.
Because they want to.
Right.
It ain't because they have to. They're not hiding him from anybody. I just want it out there. Sam Reynolds, stat. Michael Parsons is the second best defensive player of the year voting for each of the first 2 seasons. I know. And he was on a milk carton last night. Last seen wearing blue jeans and a collared shirt.
Making statements this morning talking about, I think he said it last night. Well, I don't think they're that much. We're on the same level as the 49ers. We're the same.
Yeah.
The score is not indicative.
Including you.
The score is not indicative of how the game really went. No, it was.
No, I know. No, I know it wasn't. It was bigger than that.
Yeah, because we actually pulled our quarterback with like 8 minutes to go.
Let's go Red Wings Sparty. He probably would have won the award if he didn't have to play against Panay Sewell last year. Parsons tried to get out of the phone booth, and then Panay just shoved him back in and closed the door again.
That's what big Trent Williams did to him
And then
last
Trent
night.
Williams did the exact same thing.
Mean mugging. I love Trent Williams, man. He just...
GW the kid, my 10-year-old son said Parsons is supposed to be dominant, but he's not doing anything against Trent Williams. I started laughing. All right, we got to do it. We got to go around the NFL. We can't do it anymore. Lindsey has some stuff to get to. I have an emergency edition of Rest in Peace. Usually we do the RIP on Tuesdays, but we're doing a special edition. It's going to be real quick, I promise you, but it's a coach. It's a coach and his affiliation that I have to put in the coffin forever, ever. Hey, when it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply, hands down. Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations. Over 60 brands of pet food, the lowest prices, and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. There's one right next to the Planet Fitness over here on Maple Road, just around the corner, as a matter of fact. I know, right? Went in there and grabbed some cat food for our cat, Hunter. That thing that's shot out of a cannon every morning. But, hey, whatever. Go to PremierPetSupply.com, PremierPetSupply.com.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Just in time for football, Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hashed infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. I'm told they're so smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary. Get 25% off. Check us out online, gloriouscanna.com. Again, gloriouscanna.com. I saw Honolulu Blue. It was glorious. Yes, all right, time to go around the NFL. Everybody, Nicholas Duncan, rest in peace, is tomorrow. Yes, I know it is. But after what happened and the egregious nature of how things went down in the NFL yesterday, namely, I failed the people, the get right, even after yesterday's loss, now 47-17. It's an unholy, speaking of the undead, it's an unholy percentage. But I got burned by the Denver Broncos. Not by Russell Wilson this time. No, not by Russell Wilson.
Oh, so
I figured that
bad.
when you have a quote-unquote Super Bowl winning coach like Sean Payton, that he has the New York Jets and Zach Wilson coming in, that they would find a way to rise up and win that game and try to save some semblance of their season. But guess what? Special rest in peace edition. Sean Payton can now rest in peace. As far as being known as a, quote, Super Bowl winning coach, you are not a Super Bowl winning coach. You are merely a coach that won a Super Bowl on the back of Drew Brees. So your Super Bowl coach winning distinction has hereby been put in the coffin. It is now resting in peace. You are not a Super Bowl winning coach. You were coaching a team that won a Super Bowl. There is a difference. You needed Drew Brees to get that done. You failed me. More importantly, Sean, I can live with it. I expect failure from you based on what we've seen so far. But you failed the people. That's where I have an issue with. And that's why you go in the coffin, Sean Payton. Rest in peace. Good day.
Swing low, sweet cherry.
Pour one out. Hey, Sean Payton.
Pour out a little liquor. Hey, so,
This is for my homies. Can't believe that you're gone. Well.
hey, he had a hard time winning after they didn't let him put bounties out on people anymore. Remember that?
Yes.
They were hellacious when they had the bounty. The bounties was out. They were down there knocking people unconscious.
Yes.
But Bounty Gate happened, and he hadn't been the same.
KMG, Sean Payton got what he deserved yesterday. Joseph Campbell, nail in the coffin. Hoof-hearted. Jets and Broncos talking smack to each other was watching the first match of a UFC pay-per-view. So arena's all empty and shit. Like it starts at like lunch. There's a lunch buffet and everything. Dude, what's up with UFC pay-per-views, by the way? They got like 30 fights on the missions now, man.
I love it, man. I love it. When there's nothing on, those are the best fights ever.
Oh my God, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. Dirty Dr. D. The Broncos are just figuring it out. Brandon Katz, probably. Nicholas Duncan, Sean. Michael, R.I.P. Sean. Michael Nunley. Neal, it's not your fault, it's mine. I bet the last two get rights for the first time. I won't do that again. See, that's what I'm saying, though, Sean Payton. People that just jumped on board. He's 0-2 on the get right. That's not indicative. Like, as opposed to what Micah Parsons said yesterday, 0-2 is not indicative of the get right. Because the get right on the scoreboard is 47-17 now.
Right.
So don't worry. We're going to be okay. I'm going into the lab. I did go 2-1 on the Feldman picks, though. What happened to Wyoming? I went back to my roots. 6-point underdog, one outright, BMG. One outright.
That's how you do it.
And the Bengals. I should have made the Bengals a get right. That's what I should have done. I should have, but I didn't. What'd you see around the NFL, Lindsey?
Oh man, I was so enlightened last night because just like when you watch the Lions play and you got that nervous feeling before the game starts.
You had a little bit?
Yeah, I had a little bit of nervousness because honestly I respected the Cowboys because I was like,
why?
You know what? Well, you always respect the team regardless of how trash they are. You respect them because you don't want to come out and lower your sense of urgency. So I'm watching and I'm like, man, that defense is pretty good. Like I'm thinking to myself, that pass rush is pretty good. Now I was totally confident in our play calling because I knew we was going to use their aggressiveness against them. I knew it because we screened their ass to death. I knew we were going to do that. I knew, CMC was going to have a night. He always has a night. He's MVP right now.
He's probably
that
is.
guy.
Yeah.
He's that guy, but I'm afraid that we're running him too much. Like, damn, they got a cheap shot in on him once, right? You remember the cheap shot?
Yep.
The helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet. And guess what? Shanahan ran him right after that.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is he doing? Is he trying to sabotage our season? So, we gotta be careful with him, man. He's on pace to carry the ball like 350 times. That's way too much. Way too much.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it in the chat, Neal. Rip Bill Belichick. I was a week early on that.
Yeah, you were.
I tried to tell you guys it's over. Mac Jones, it's over.
Yeah. No, you did.
Who thought Mac Jones was the answer?
No, it was just my rest in peace last week.
Yeah.
I called it early for the Patriots.
BMG tried to let the people know. He did.
They're done for.
Yeah.
Lewis says these Bronco bets are tarnishing Neal's credibility. And look, Lewis, I have to wear that. I do have to wear that. You're right. I was told Russ was fine. I was told the Broncos were fine.
But it wasn't Russ's fault.
I was told it's not Russ's fault, but yet here he is 1-4.
If you look at Russ's numbers, if he keeps
I know, I see 1-4, and I see 5 years at $240 million. Those are the Russ numbers I see. You can tell me your Russ numbers. Here's my Russ numbers: 1-4, 5 years, $242 million. So those are my Russ numbers.
So who is it? Is it Russ or is it Sean?
Yes.
Yes.
He said yes. It's both of them.
Bums. They're both bums.
Oh man. So hey, was it Brady or was it Belichick? Huh?
A little of both. A little bit of both. More the player than the coach, because it's always a little more the player than the coach.
Absolutely.
I think that's fair.
No, did you see they showed someone on I think it was the Bears game. Somebody was on the sidelines with a phone taking pictures of the play calls. Did you guys see that? You didn't hear about that?
What was it?
So someone on, I think it was was it the Bears or somebody anyway? They were on they had a phone with the opposing team screen cover on it, and they had the phone up like this behind the coach who had the offensive play calls, and it looks like they were taking pictures of the play calls.
Okay. And
I'm like, dang, this is that, and it had to be somebody that was under the Belichick era, I want to say. I got to look it up, but I saw it, and I was like, damn, they caught him. They caught him in 2K right there, buddy. They caught him red-handed.
I do want to bring something up. Desmond Ridder threw for 300 yards yesterday and got the win.
Took him back down the field and won the game.
People will say it's the Texans, but that's the first quarterback to throw for 300 yards on the Texans this season.
You said people are going to say it's the Texans. It was the Texans.
The Texans have been pretty good, and their defense has been pretty solid. And for him being the first quarterback 5 weeks in.
I was rooting for
in Ridder?
I don't, but I'm just saying.
I was rooting for the Texans to win that game, too, so I could slide in here and say, hey, they're in first place.
Yeah, I know. I was, too.
I was waiting on it.
I was a little butthurt about it, so I had to bring it up.
Yeah, I was upset.
We're all trashing Ridder. I mean, he's still horrible, but goddamn.
Absolutely. I want more of what the people saw in the NFL over the weekend. Cincinnati Bengals, not dead yet. Jamar Chase said he was always open. Turns out he was right. He's literally always open.
He can catch that damn football.
They couldn't do anything with that man.
That dude has hand. The bomb he caught over his shoulder, he was running, and he just, at the last second, just pop. Like he's a monster.
Lindsey, I found it. So it's from the Bears-Commanders game. It's the guy taking pictures on the sideline. They said he's a uniform inspector. Yeah, that's what they've come out and said. Uniform inspector.
So what uniform was he inspecting at that point?
I don't know. But I see the picture here too, so I'm gonna try to get it for you.
He was inspecting the coach's uniform? He was standing behind the coach with the play calls.
How about this one? Let's go Red Wings Sparty. Stat of the day. Mac Jones now has as many pick sixes at Gillette Stadium as Tom Brady did his whole career.
His whole career. I know. I saw that.
Jesus, man.
Hey, man. Mac Jones was supposed to be the guy.
Supposed to be.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
I'm gonna tell you though, Hamlin Pub is the bar. That is the bar. You ever wanted to be at a bar where you're a regular? Just the place for you. It's Hamlin Pub. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everybody is a regular. Whether you're sitting there munching on half-off pizza on a Thursday or taking advantage of game day specials available during all Michigan sports and NFL games as well, Hamlin Pub is the place. Visit a location today. They're all over the area. Experience your new favorite pub for all things sports. It's Hamlin Pub.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Looking for a convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness.
You know it.
Now through October 13th, join for just $1 down, $10 a month. We've got over 2,400 locations with most open 24 hours. Join now to enjoy free fitness training and equipment for every workout. You belong in the judgment-free zone. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, October 13th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Neal Rhul here for the Academy of Warren, featuring kindergarten through 8th grade that has AM, PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, a Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Hope Mifflin curriculum, academic games, and kindergarten through 8th grade athletics in a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome with a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field that can also be used for 7-on-7 football. Take a look around. Go to academyofwarren.net today. Still time to enroll, everybody. academyofwarren.net. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Rhul, Lindsey Hunter, Big Mike Gentry, JB Smoove as well. All of you in the woodwardsports.com chat thread, get your thoughts in there, and we'll read them as the show goes on. Kalamazoo, where's the love for Michigan? Put nearly half 100 on a Big Ten team and still can't get love. The other exhibition season rolls on until November. Guys, I'm sorry, man. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do till they play somebody because we don't know. You think you know, but you don't know. And we're not going to know. And in the meantime, again, BMG, I asked you before, and I'll ask you again. You watched Texas-Oklahoma this weekend?
Oh, I did. I did.
You watch that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a game.
Yeah. Quinn Ewers looked good in that first half.
Yes, he did.
I thought Texas was back.
I was told they were back. They weren't.
No.
Is Alabama back?
I was told they were. Speaking of Rest in Peace Tuesday, I do have a college slice. We got two tomorrow. Yep. I think two is going to be the norm. The norm.
Yeah,
two
I
segments.
agree.
Rest
I
in
think
Peace
we need
Tuesday. I think we should do one college, one pro, but I'll leave it up to the people.
And also, Neal, you owe Marvin Harrison Jr. an apology because he's him.
Maryland's the same.
I don't care.
They were 5-0. I told you guys how this goes down.
I'm talking about the receiver.
When the leaves change, that's when Maryland stops winning football games. If you came here from space and you weren't aware of seasons, a commonality you would know is Maryland being undefeated. Oh, the leaves change. That means that Maryland's going to lose soon. And they won't win again until they're in the quick lane bowl.
Very true. But Marvin Harrison Jr. will be probably the first receiver taken off in the draft.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
He's good. Yeah, he's very good. Very good, no question.
Yeah, because you were questioning him at first. Remember, you was like, I haven't seen it. Show me.
Yes, show me. Who farted? Texas always back until they aren't. I was told they are. I was told that they are. They can still see. This is where kind of, and they played a murderous schedule. Alabama, we're going to Alabama and stuff like that. Playing Oklahoma in a neutral field and all that stuff. But if they can navigate the waters and get another crack, they can get another crack at Alabama or at Oklahoma. Excuse me. And if they do, and if they win that, they'll put Texas in. You know they will.
Yeah.
You know they will.
They don't really play anyone to end the year.
Right.
So
it's not dead. They're not dead yet. So, they will have the shot because two Big Ten teams are going.
Mike G, Marvin Harrison Jr. is like J-Mo, great college player, but no, he's not like J-Mo. They're totally different. J-Mo's a speed guy. Marvin Harrison Jr. is not a speed guy. He's more of a possession receiver. You need to watch more football.
Can he pancake attackers?
I'm sure he can.
Because Jameson Williams can.
Yep. They both can.
Can Jameson Williams block at an NFL level?
Yes.
Looks like it. So there you go. But yeah, that was great. The Texas is back thing. But no, just kind of wrapping up what we saw in the National Football League, and everybody get their thoughts out there, and that account 22 OSU has no chance. I know. Every year, BMG, I got to go through this with the people.
Is he talking about no chance against Michigan or no chance against playoff?
Well, I said two Big Ten teams are going to the playoff.
Okay, yeah. I still think they have a chance.
100% they do. Because we do this
And
every year.
the Texas loss only helps it. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we do this every year. This is the byproduct of Penn State being so overcooked every year. This is the byproduct of it. Because you get to say, oh, we got to win over the number 6 team in the country, which you didn't. You beat Penn State. But Penn State was number 6. Right, but they weren't the number 6 team in the country. I give the lay of the land every year, Lindsey, and the people still doubt it, and then there they are. Ohio State's in the playoff. And we're a missed field goal away from a national title, which was closer than Michigan was. What? It's not a joke.
I know, but it's funny.
Oh, I'm not funny. Like, the words are funny.
Yes.
The factuality of
yes,
it. Okay,
yes.
it's funny. Is that funny, BMG?
You're funny, Neal. You're a funny guy.
How am I funny?
No, you're just a funny guy. That's all. You're always funny. It's not just this topic. You're just funny in general. You're funny.
He takes it, when you hit Michigan, they feel like it's personal. But I realize it's not personal. He's just stating facts.
Right. Remember that. I'm reading something off Google. You're not mad at me. You're mad at that it's true. What, BMG?
Well, I'm not even saying anything. I wasn't even smiling.
Oh, man.
Nomahe says the only people that remember Michigan's last outright national title are almost 100 years old now. But we have to hear every year how it's Michigan's year. Is there some Texas stuff to Michigan? And Michigan stuff to Texas?
Yes.
There is? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Drell 10 says Pac-12 is better than the Big Ten this year for sure. But guys, again, I'll give you the roadmap on that. They're all going to beat each other.
Yep.
Because USC ain't it.
No.
They ain't it.
They can't stop a nosebleed.
No. In Washington and Oregon play. Do they play this week? It's either this week or next week. Washington and Oregon play. Someone's taking a slug there. Utah's going to beat.
That's this week.
Yeah, Utah's going to beat somebody important.
Yep.
Because they always do. Because you don't want Utah problems. It always, like we look at this in October, but it always shakes out the same way.
Yep.
I was told Alabama's back.
Well, I think they're done playing musical chairs with their quarterbacks. I think they've settled down with one now, and he's mid at best. He's regular. I don't think he's special.
Answer 14. What's the answer to take the Big Ten to the competitive level you think it should be, Neal? Come up with a solution or a theory. I've given you guys my solution or theory many times. The solution is get on board from an institutional level, the way they do in the SEC. Guess what Texas A&M is going to do? And this could be a precursor to Rest in Peace Tuesday. But guess what Texas A&M is going to do this year? They're going to pay Jimbo Fisher like $70 million to go away. And they're not going to lose a second sleep about it.
No.
And they're going to go buy somebody else. Because how many times does Texas A&M have to do this? It was all there for them. Alabama's in town. Whoever wins is back. Jimbo Fisher's back. And guess what Texas A&M did? They lost again, like they always do. Must be a Texas thing.
It got to be.
You know what I'm saying?
They were so hyped about Jimbo Fisher, though. Like, oh, he's taking recruits from Alabama, and he's going to bring Texas. He's going to bring them back. And they're not back.
So answer 14, that's the answer. Buy in from an institutional level like they do at Texas A&M or Alabama. When I have an Alabama booster tell me on a bus ride one time, hey, are you worried about, this is about 2015-ish, hey, man, aren't you worried about Nick Saban leaving? Shoot, we got a special fund for that. And then his house was paid off like
Everything.
6 months later.
Yes. Yes.
$3 million house paid off.
Yes.
Like that. They're not playing around.
Not at all. That's the SEC, baby.
When there's a fight at a bar and football players are involved,
you'll never know.
Some of them go to jail and some of them go to the coach's house. And guess who's sitting at the 50-yard line on Saturday's game? Guess who? You know who's sitting at the 50-yard line. That officer that brought him to the house is sitting at the 50-yard line. That's what it takes, everybody.
Yeah.
And I gave Michigan their flowers last year, BMG. I did. For that situation with the firearm.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Let the legal process. It's not your job to be the judge. Put him on the plane. He's not arrested.
I do remember.
Remember?
Yes.
Put him on the plane. Bring him to the game.
Win football games.
Win football games, dude.
I remember that.
And then magically, his court date was like January 12th, like 3 days after the national championship game. That's what I'm talking about, answer 14. You do it that way.
See what Alabama did when in their basketball team, when their best player was involved in a situation? He didn't miss a game.
No.
Didn't miss a game. Didn't matter that he brought the firearm to the situation. He didn't miss a game.
And he's still number 2 in the draft.
Yep.
Jake Wegener says, wasn't A&M already supposed to be the big dog right now with all that name, image, and likeness they were spending, not losing games to Miami? Jimbo Fisher's buyout is going to make what they spent on name, image, and likeness look like a trip to Walmart. That it's going to make it look like that, for real. And guess what? They'll do it with the stroke of a pen, and it'll all be over, and they'll go get somewhere. They'll go get somebody else. And it doesn't matter. Catspot in his Catspot, you've been off your game today. College football doesn't need Michigan for TV ratings. Catspot. You know who has the most 4 million plus viewed games over the last 4 years? Michigan and Alabama. So tell me again. You know why the Big Ten's getting these TV contracts? You know why NBC's paying $1 billion to put Purdue and Maryland on at 7 o'clock on Saturday night? Because of Michigan and Ohio State. That's why, Catspot. Lady Jane's. Come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience. Register for a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expense spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Neal.
Oh, we're back at it with Feldman Chevrolet, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to take a breath. I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. You know my friends at Feldman Chevrolet. 18 locations. There's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com and find the location nearest you. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. Look, Sam Flannel's a clown, but guess what? Even he was able to buy a car hassle-free at Feldman Chevrolet. Catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. It's Feldman Chevrolet.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Buying or selling real estate, flexibility and control over the sales process are key. Sellers, would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty? Mark White & Associates. That's what they're doing. It's called the Minute-by-Minute Listing Agreement by Mark White & Associates. Try Mark White's risk-free minute-to-minute listing agreement today. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesells.com or give them a call, 248-290-8242. Again, 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com, where flexibility meets success. There it is, right there, Lindsey. Check that out.
Got him.
Got him.
Does that look like he's checking a uniform to you guys?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
George Eagle said even a clown can buy a vehicle at Feldman Chevrolet. That's Neal.
That's how easy it is, everybody. That's how hassle-free it is. Think about that. You can be mad. You can be mad at JMO for getting targeted 3 times, and they'll still sell you a car. You can be mad at JMO because J-Mo got targeted 3 times in a game and say he's the problem. Yet you can completely ignore a touchdown scoring block.
Oh, Lord.
And they'll still get you a car in a quick manner at Feldman Chevrolet. That's Ryan Palter and our guy. Hey, Ryan Palter can't pick football games. Can sell a car.
Hey, what's his record so far?
Yeah, what was it?
I
know he lost the Thursday night game.
He had Michigan. Let me see. I can't remember. Because I know I went 2-1. I'm just saying. Death taxes.
Just got to get that out there.
Yeah, well, I know that one off the top of my head.
Right.
So, let me see. I know he had the Commanders, which we tried to warn him on that one, BMG. Remember? Tried to warn him.
We tried to get ahead of it.
Felt like he was walking into one there. But he did take Michigan. I can't pull it up right now. Let me see here where it is. Feldman picks. All right, Ryan Palter had Washington, had Michigan. Oh, he took the Ravens also.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad. He's 1-2. D-Mac took the Ravens, took Denver, took the Chiefs. So he was 1-2. I took Wyoming +6, won outright. I took the Bengals -3. I took Denver 2. So I was 2-1. Gained more ground. It's getting to be kind of NFC Northy in the Feldman Pick'em. Real cream of wheat. Imagine getting paid millions to leave a job. Real cream of wheat. That's the stakes we're playing for. That's what these universities will do. That's how important it is to win in football. And if you got a guy and he can't win, get him out of here.
Get him out.
That's what they do.
Get him out.
Ask Michigan State.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, Drill 10. Neal, what do you think about the Hurricanes' loss when they should have taken a knee?
Wow.
That was criminal. That was absolutely criminal.
Yeah, that was bad.
No words.
They wanted. I want that to be the rest. I want 3 rest in peace tomorrow.
That can get its own segment.
But they were already rest in peace.
Yeah.
And to give you the background, if you're just tapping into the show for the first time, I'm a big Hurricanes guy. Love it. College football is better when the U is good. It's over, and it's never coming back.
You don't think so?
Never coming back. No, because of shit like that.
Never ever?
Never ever. No, never.
Oh.
It's never coming back, Lindsey. They're dead. They're dead and over.
They're going to hire prime time.
He ain't going there. Academia won out in Miami. It was a long, drawn-out battle, but the academic side won. Miami ain't Miami like it used to be, and it's never going back to that way, Lindsey.
Well, R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yep. Leave it to Catspot to say Miami hasn't been relevant in 30 years when they won a natty 20 years ago. That's the type of analyzation you get from Catspot. They were the greatest college football program in the history of college football. They had a run that modern football, like the time of face mask, had never seen. They were incredible. Absolutely incredible. 14 years in a row with a first-round draft pick. Those teams, that backfield at one time, McGahee, Portis.
Yeah, they had monsters.
You know what I'm saying?
They were like Alabama, when Alabama stockpiled all those 5-star running backs.
Mike G, Narduzzi to East Lansing. They do that, they're dead too. That program's dead. Again, I don't think Big Ten fans realize what's happening next year. USC is coming in there, and while they're no great shakes, they're better than anybody that's in the Big Ten right now outside of Michigan and Ohio State.
Right.
Eons better, just like Oregon. Eons better than anybody outside of Michigan and Ohio State. Washington right now has it cooking. They are a little bit on probation, like that 2 years ago when they came to Michigan, fresh off a loss to Montana State at home. Like, are they going to go back to that? Are they going to stay good? I don't know. Washington's one of those teams that always waffles. But Michigan State, this is the most important hire they've had in the history of their university. No, I'm not overstating that. Because it could be over. Like this show's over. But tomorrow, rest in peace Tuesday, we'll recap. Well, hey, all the reads, everything. Put it all on me. Whatever. Let me program the show.
Let him
I'll
cook.
come up with the topics. I'll do it all. Just turn the camera on, JB Smooth. I got it.
Let Neal cook.
Think they got a show sheet for E&E today?
I'm sure they do.
Oh, they do? Oh, weird. Okay. All right, everybody. Hey, tomorrow, I think D-Mac's back in. We'll do a Rest in Peace Tuesday.
Back.
We'll talk some college football. I may wear the out of respect to the logo, I'm going to wear the Buccaneers throwback T-shirt tomorrow. Out of respect to the logo.
Wow.
I like the logo.
I don't know about that.
I may. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, everybody that tapped in, we appreciate you here at Woodward Sports. We're doing football coverage better than anybody. See you back here tomorrow, 11 to 1. Big D Energy for Lindsey. Big Mike Gentry, JB Smooth. I'm Neal Rhul. Well, see you later.
Peace.